online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads from over 200 countries and your #1 source in after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Uh-oh.
Oh, ha!
Really? Did you see that? Did you see that? I saw that. Blew your mind, didn't I?
Anaconda in honor of Joe Sanfelippo. Giant ass.
Oh, that's rough.
Welcome to the AfterBuzz Fall TV Preview show. We're the gang that has no name, and we're here to sort of run down some of the Fall TV previews for all the networks and cable, because we love television and we love these new shows, some of them, and we want to talk about them and sort of give you guys an idea of what's coming up this fall and what to expect from some of the hosts here at AfterBuzz and what's out there in the TV landscape, and we'll give some opinions on what we like and don't like. I'm Joe Braswell, if you do or may not remember me. I'm joined as always by the lovely Nando Velasquez.
I do remember you, and thank you very much.
Hi, good to see you
all
again.
of you guys. It's been a while. I grew a beard.
And also, yes, you did.
You know how I like a man with a beard.
That's exactly the only reason why I grew the beard.
I grew a
Thanks,
beard and
Nando.
shaved it, but
Yes.
that's
a different story.
And also,
season is
to,
young.
to his left, I'm joined by the lovely Julia Carey.
Hello, I remember you too. All of you.
Yeah.
She also
Every
grew a
last
beard.
one of you. Do you like it? It's good, yes?
Well,
You
Subtle.
know most of all, Scarecrow.
and I'm joined also by my father, Joe Sanfelippo.
Nice to be with you guys.
Professor Flippo.
I maintain the douche level beard. This is very important.
Yeah, he actually shaved.
Like you said,
Yeah.
it's a setting. What's that setting?
You must set your trimmer to douche, and then
You're a douche. You're a douche. There it is. I need to learn that one. So, thank you. I mean, you guys all look great, but Joe, I mean, you really did it.
Marissa Serafini, our producer, said that I don't dress up anymore for shows, and so now I'm going to dress up again because I don't want her to be mad at me.
No, you look great, Flippo.
Thanks,
There you
Marissa
go.
Serafini.
And that's Marissa Serafini. Hello, Marissa.
Yes. Hello, Marissa.
Hello, guys. Welcome back.
And Nando's wearing. I didn't get the tie memo. Like you're in a tie. You're in a tie. Is this what we're
Well,
doing
you didn't
now?
get the
Are we doing
beard
ties
memo
now?
either, so it's all good. Yeah.
Welcome to my world.
All right. Well, we're going to break down some shows. We're going to go network by network. We got 2004 fall TV season. You know, back in my day, or back in me and Nando's day, or back in me and Nando and Joe Filippo's day.
Not my day, folks.
Don't lump me in with you
TV
guys.
Guide. TV Guide used to come out with this when TV Guide was relevant.
They probably still do.
TV Guide used to
It's
come with
not
a
relevant.
fall TV preview that was outstanding, and you would like fire this thing open, and it'd be like, NBC presents Manimal, and you'd be so excited to read about Manimal and what's going to happen and what's it about. It was my favorite. My friend Jeremy Chipman, shout out to you, Jeremy Chipman, he collects all these things, and he has like hundreds of these fall TV previews from over the years, and I think it's the coolest thing ever. So I'm very happy to be doing this. It's a realization of a lifelong dream for me to bring this to life. No one cares.
No one.
The internet's gonna. The
care.
internet just
We care.
shuts down
We care.
immediately.
Wait, was Manimal a real show?
Yes,
Manimal was a real show.
Manimal, baby.
Yeah.
We're not as old as them.
Oh,
Clearly
no.
not even
Manimal,
close.
hot show. Google Manimal, folks.
So just to be specific, though, we're definitely outlining all the new shows that people are looking
Yes.
forward to.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
not returning shows, and not, you know, we're talking about brand new shows that are premiering on these networks for the first time ever. So this is good because we don't know. We've seen some pilots, we've seen some clips, we've read a lot, so we're going to give our first opinions and let you know what we know, which is a lot about these shows. So let's start. So we have ABC. Let's start breaking this thing down. I mean, we've got all these networks here. ABC. Are we going ABC first or NBC? What are we doing?
ABC
I'm sorry.
first.
So,
Yeah.
So ABC's got a lot of content. ABC's been in the crapper. I'm not going to. It's no secret. ABC's kind of been in the crapper. They've been a lot of shows sticking to the wall. They cancel a lot of shows. They bring a lot of shows on, with the exception of the Shonda Rhimes, juggernaut of Scandal and Grey's Anatomy and Modern Family. They're kind of struggling in the comedy department. So they're launching a lot of shows, and it looks like we'll see if some things stick or not. They've got some comedies. They've got Selfie. They got something called Manhattan Love Story. They got Blackish. They've got Christella, and a couple of dramas. They've got Forever and How to Get Away with Murder. So let's run through these a little bit. I want to talk about first. I want to talk about Blackish and Christella. Blackish is a show starring Anthony Anderson and Lawrence Fishburne and Tracy Ross, and it is, for me, looks fantastic. I thought I was really sort of skittish about it. I'm like, I don't know what this is. And Blackish, what essentially is it's basically tells the story of a guy who's about my age, Anthony Anderson, and his children and his father living in the same house, living in pretty much a suburban world, and sort of realizing their place as African Americans in a sort of in 2014, a sort of modern family, if you will, of black folks. And it's this really sort of this story about the generational shift between what Anthony Anderson's kids think and what his father thinks. And it's freaking hilarious. I think it's very, very smart, very well done. It's got, Larry Wilmore is one of the EPs, and he's fantastic. And the clips I saw, I laughed my ass off. So I don't know if did you get a chance to see any clips, Nando?
Yeah, no, I love it. I love Anthony Anderson in this. I love our man from Hannibal, Lawrence Fishburne, who's a co-executive producer in this.
Sure.
And really, one thing we should make clear, I think, with ABC is ABC is always really, really good at doing the at just reaching out to a more diverse audience with their sitcoms. I mean, we've seen it
putting
before.
black people on TV.
Not just black people.
Yes.
But it's about diversity for
Yes,
sure. But
for
I mean,
sure,
in this case, yes, they're bringing black people to TV. Yes, for this particular show, or blackish people. As the title says.
It's just really, I really like this. This is really smart and funny, and it's in the vein of sort of Modern Family, and it's paired with Modern Family, which is great.
Yeah, it's on right after Modern Family, so it's going to have a really good lead.
Nice lead, yeah.
Yeah, nice lead. And if you're a comedy, I think that's probably the show you'd want to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So also, and there's just a lot of funny stuff in there. So and also this Christella, which is also
another diverse show.
Another comedy. This is actually
no black people in it, as far as I know. Not just black people.
Latinos.
Yeah.
It's Christella who's hilarious. Who's a stand-up comedian, and it's her show. Now, this is more of a three-cam. It's a traditional sort of sitcom, whereas Blackish is sort of a single-camera situation like Modern Family. This Christella is more of a sitcom feel, and it's also very funny and very interesting. It's very great to see like a woman lead in a show, but also a Latino woman lead. And it kind of reminds me of back the Margaret Cho All-American Girls, very much like that, which I thought was good then. And this is actually pretty funny.
There's a little bit of that George Lopez feel to it too. I think.
Because there's Latino.
Well, because it's a feel-good comedy in the same way that George Lopez is.
Joe Braswell has a chip on his shoulder for everyone and everything.
Also,
it's wonderful.
Also, because it's
I think
on.
This will be a running theme
it's
today.
It's going to be on Fridays. It's going to be on Friday.
Like Lopez?
Like Lopez.
Where the Latinos go?
Yes, Friday is Latino Day, everybody.
I'd like to point out
apparently we have a day of the week, and it's Fridays.
Christella is a woman. Do you have any thoughts on that, Joe?
Yes.
Oh.
What, you think because she's a woman she can't be funny?
Just like Margaret Cho.
No.
For her show.
No, yeah.
So Roseanne.
This looks actually really great too. But I want to get so those are some things that I saw as well. We'll get to some more, but also Nando, ABC has something called Manhattan Love Story. What's that all about?
Well, being the New Yorker here in the crowd, I mean, I love seeing shows about New York City, and ABC. One other thing that they seem to like to do well is they like to do those kind of like romantic comedy type shows. So this one is actually really cool. What I like about it is, in the vein of I want to say like who's talking, in the sense that you hear what people think. Maybe John Travolta's not your voice inside, but still you get to hear what people think. So you get to hear the internal monologue of two people dating in New York as they start this relationship. And I think what I like about this, it's Annalee Tipton, who some people may know from America's Top Model. She took third place back in 2008. She's been in a bunch of shows before, but this is, I think, her first leading role. And then Jake McDorman plays the male lead. What I kind of like about this is it allows you to have the, I guess, the conversation about the sexes, what people are really thinking. It could go either way. I mean, the guy's a bit of a womanizer. The girl's just concerned about fashion and about shoes, and we've seen both those stereotypes before. But I think what's really great about it is you could be thinking one thing and saying something completely different. And so I do like the appeal of that. I think there is some room for growth for this. The executive producer, the showrunner, the writer is Jeff Lowell, who has some actual experience with comedies. He's done 2.5 Men, Just Shoot Me. He worked on Sports Night and Spin City, so some pretty capable stuff. I like the fact that he's done Sports Night, because I think this kind of I think this kind of fits into that, internal monologue, Aaron Sorkin type of thing, except for you're actually thinking it instead of saying it.
Did you laugh? Do you have high hopes for this thing?
I do have high hopes. I did laugh at it. There were moments I laughed, and of course I love stories set in New York, so I think it's kind of almost like a Woody Allen-esque type feel to it too.
That's kind of what they're going for,
which I like as well.
I love Annalee Tipton. Crazy, she was great in Crazy Stupid Love. Is that the
Crazy Stupid Love?
She was so terrific in that. She got that so right. And these kind of shows to me are a little bit dangerous because I think the writing has to be just right. Because if you go too far to one side or the other, it comes off as sexist, and there's a lack of nuance sometimes. So, I mean, if they can walk the line, I think it's gonna be a great show.
Yeah. And also, it's premiering Tuesday nights at 8:30 on September 30th. Just FYI.
Julie, do you have anything? Do you have on the show at all? Did you check it out at all?
I did check it out. I thought the little preview that they showed us that we were able to see, I thought it was a fresh idea. I thought it was really interesting and cute, well shot. I also love Annalee Tipton. I think she's freaking adorable.
She's adorable.
She's adorable so much it kind of hurts.
Yeah.
It might get annoying after a while. She's that adorable.
I gotta tell you, I'm already bored.
Yeah.
I'm out. Sorry, America. But I'm sure it's
well,
great.
Joe doesn't like love.
It's not. I don't
doesn't like love.
It's well documented.
Joe did not have summer love.
But let's move on. So, also on ABC, that's something I am excited about is How to Get Away with Murder. Now, this is the new Shonda Rhimes thing. That Shonda is basically single-handedly saved ABC and now continues to do so. They've given her own Shonda night. She's got Grey's Anatomy, she's got
Shonda
Scandal,
night.
and now she's got How to Get Away with Murder. This is highly anticipated because it stars Academy Award nominee Viola Davis, who I love and who we were talking about earlier, who we love. And the pilot looks, it looks fantastic. And I was late on Scandal. I was like, yeah, whatever. I wasn't into Grey's Anatomy. I thought Grey's Anatomy was kind of unwatchable. I just was like, just for me, I'm like, I'm a dude. I don't know. Grey's Anatomy felt very female driven. Scandal, I was out and I feel like I missed the boat on that. This one, I'm in early. From day one, I'm going to watch this thing and write it out, and I hope it's good. I'm really excited.
Well, you're not the only one. I think this is probably one of the most contested shows for the year, for the new year. Anticipated, not contested, but anticipated. Wrong SAT word.
Sure.
So, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Shonda Rhimes, she has a major credibility with what she's done, and with Scandal, like I said, I think a few people kind of jumped on that wagon late. It's definitely one of the shows to binge watch, because Scandal's amazing, and I think for that reason, I think there are a lot of people kind of in the same camp as you, Joe, that really want to keep an eye on this show because they want to be on the ground floor.
Yeah,
And, I absolutely. I was going to say that exact thing. I want to be on the ground floor of this one. Shonda Rhimes, whom I love. I'm a big Grey's Anatomy fan, and I did come late to that as well. And I binge watched it when I was sick one day, and then I was just completely addicted. And I know people had the same reaction.
A little soapy for me.
Yeah, nothing's wrong with a little soapy.
Right.
But with
a little sudsy.
But with Shonda's track record coupled with the powerhouse that is Viola Davis, I think this will be unstoppable.
Yeah, it looks
she is fantastic. A force to be
reckoned with. And even here at AfterBuzz, I hear that's one of the biggest shows to be on right now.
Viola
Davis. Fighting to be on it. Yeah.
She's a stone cold killer, man.
Oh, she's as good as it gets.
So I'm very, very highly. So hopefully it lives up to everything. And again, it's got to port out. Shonda Rhimes, a female showrunner, African American showrunner, has two shows with two female African American leads on one network. That's unprecedented and has been done forever and ever. So this is there's a lot of things happening. This is some history happening here, and the shows are good, hopefully. So we'll see. Julia, tell me about this Selfie thing. What's my man John Cho doing over there?
Oh yeah. I love me my John show. So Selfie, that's premiering on Tuesday, September 30th on ABC at 8. So this one, it's an interesting take, loosely adapted from My Fair Lady or Pygmalion, considering this is not the musical. So this will be Oscar Wilde's Pygmalion. But instead of London, this is set in modern digital age, and so it's telling the story of Eliza Dooley. Eliza Doolittle.
I like what they did there.
I'm sorry, Marissa. Can we get? It's kind of hot. Is there some air conditioning here?
Woo!
I feel like we're
of course.
On. It feels like we're in hell. It's very warm. The lights are going. Anyway, I'm sorry. So
that's okay.
Eliza Dooley.
So Eliza Dooley is what they call Insta famous. So she has hundreds of thousands of followers on her social media.
Yes.
But then she realizes that being, as they say, friended on social media is not the same as having actual friends. So she enlists John Cho, whose character is called Henry Higginbottom, Henry Higgins, Boo. Who is like a self-image marketing genius. So she enlists him to help her rebrand and sort of get back in touch with reality. And it looks like it's something of a battle, but it looks really colorful and poppy and fast-paced. I think it's actually an interesting and relevant idea, as we are a society that are completely addicted to our phones. And we've lost that personal touch. And so I think that'll be an interesting thing to explore. And if you know anything of the story of Pygmalion or My Fair Lady, there's a slew of characters that can pop up in different ways. Yeah. So I think that would be really cool.
I think it's an interesting idea. It does feel just the log line premise feels a little hacky. Like, the whole My Fair Lady, and it's Henry Higgins and Eliza Dooley and the Higginbottom and the whole. I'm already rolling my eyes, so I really hope the execution is good. But I just, already.
The writer of this is Emily Kapnick, who writes for Suburgatory, which I'm a huge fan of. Yes. So she's really quick and she's really witty, and I'm hoping that will come across in the show. Well,
not for anything, but I mean, we grew up with My Fair Lady as something we could watch, but the newer generation, they have no idea what this is. I mean, for them, it's something they'll Google and they'll look at. They're like, all right, well, I don't know what the heck that is. But that'll be the beginning, middle, and end of it. So I mean, it might be a little bit of a hook for some of us, but I don't think it's going to matter for the younger folks.
The rain in Maine,
the rain in Spain
stays mainly on the plane.
There we go. Absolutely. So I think
I can sing the whole thing.
I love Karen Gillan. I mean, for anyone into Doctor Who knows Amy Pond. It's not really a comedy, but there are comedic elements, and I think she plays Amy Pond perfectly when she was on that show. She was also on the hit Guardians of the Galaxy movie. She was Nebula, very blue in that movie. She is a phenomenal actress, really funny. It's just can't help being drawn to her. My only question with this show is the chemistry between her and John Cho. I mean, obviously in the pilot you can't really see it. It's apparent that they're probably going to get together at some point, or at least there's going to be that sexual tension. I don't see it right now. That's the only thing, and maybe that's a good play as far as how she plays it, or even how he plays it. They both play as loners. She's just so self-absorbed into her technology and just getting more friends on Facebook than actually real friends. And John Cho is just this determined, kind of nerdy guy who keeps to himself and doesn't really bond with people either, but has more etiquette skills at least than Karen Gillan's character does. So I'm waiting to see on that. But I love both actors. I'm just questioning the chemistry in the pilot.
I love them too, and I hope that chemistry builds as it does in, Pygmalion or My Fair Lady. It's a rocky start in the beginning, and it's not just him building a new persona for her, it's her sort of breaking down his walls as well. So maybe they're going to start stone cold like this and work their way towards each other.
The idea in My Fair Lady and Pygmalion, they're both dysfunctional either way. Eliza Doolittle is just Henry Higgins is just as dysfunctional as Eliza Doolittle in just a completely different way.
Yeah.
I will say that it is going so hot. It is going against some doozies though. It's going against NCIS, The Voice, Flash, so that could be because of death.
I think, but it's also some counter programming that's happening there too.
Yeah,
and obviously the people who are watching Eliza Doolittle and
Dooley
and Henry
Higginbottom.
So I will check it out, but I'm a little eye rolly on the whole thing. But
I'm gonna give it a shot. Give it a shot.
I'll give it a shot. I'm just gonna give everything a shot. Flippo, tell me about Forever. I'm also, tell me what's going on with this show.
Forever is a story about Dr. Henry Morgan. He is a New York City star medical examiner, but he's a secret. Of course, who else would he be?
Sorry.
The problem with Henry Morgan is that he doesn't die. He can't. He's a 200-year-old man. He cannot be killed. So it's given him this remarkable observation skills that impresses his new partner, Detective Joe Martinez, who is played by Alana De La Garza, and of course Dr. Henry Morgan is played by Ian Gruffin. So basically, each week, a new case, their budding friendship. They're going to reveal layers of Henry's long and colorful past, and only his best friend and confidant, Abe, played by Mr. Judd Hirsch. They know Henry's secret. Basically, this is a guy who can't be killed, solving cases sometimes by being killed over and over again. And it looks like as he gets killed, we get glimpses into his past life, into some of the things he's seen. Which for me, as a nerd, I enjoy a period piece like a Maniac, and so I get the best of both worlds. I get a modern show, and I get period piece stuff thrown in.
Sure.
So I think it's a good look. The executive producer is Matt Miller from Chuck in Las Vegas. Dan Lin was actually in on the development, and he's one of the executive producers. Sherlock Holmes, Gangster Squad, he was with Warner Brothers for a long time.
Okay.
And Jennifer Gortz, and that's Veronica Mars, Cupid, Party Down. So I mean, it's
a great team. It's
yeah,
a great
it's got
creative
some real
team
good
behind
people
it.
at the top.
I'm really interested. I'm like, I'm just interested just because of the team. I'd like to see what they do with the premise. That seems a little tired to me, but. I don't know. I like it's a new twist on this premise.
And Dan Lin doing television, so it's got to be something interesting.
Yeah,
he's not going to jump over to TV for because.
Yeah,
so, I mean, it's got to be some sort of it's got to be something going on.
So we'll see. So that does it for ABC. I mean, we'll hopefully this will get them sort of out of the crapper, the comedy. They have some strong offerings here.
I'm really curious to see how many times they can kill this late character though forever though.
Well, that's
how many
idea.
ways to
Forever.
die? Forever and ever.
Yeah.
They're going to start killing him on September 23rd. So
Exactly.
That's when it begins.
I've already got all the jokes. If God forbid it gets canceled, you already have the forever jokes coming.
No question.
Forever.
Oh boy.
Anyway.